just use this one and put hope for the future. Of the other person, yeah? So you will choose person A and person B. The person A has to be the leader, so they have to make some moves, but slow enough so that the other person can follow. You are doing this together and you're trying to connect, yeah? So, I don't know, maybe you do like this, but slow enough so that the other person can follow. You can feel the rhythm of the other person and do whatever comes to your mind as long as the other person can follow you, yeah? After this, when I give the signal, which will be the special sound we all know, you will switch and person B will become the leader and they will show person A what to do. The important thing is that you are reflections of each other. So everything you do together at the same time. Okay? Okay, let's try this. Okay, sounds good. I asked you these things and we did this exercise because now we are going to talk about a topic that is very much talked about but very little understood. Let's put it like that. And it's about empathy. We are always hearing that we should be empathetic with each other, that we should feel empathy towards the others. But very few times we hear how do we actually do that? How does that happen? So, because we live in the era where technology helps us a lot, and probably many of you are using a very interesting tool to orient yourself. That's called the GPS. We will learn today, or now in this session, we will learn about the GPS of empathy. So we will see which steps or which places do we have to go through in order to be able to feel empathy and to show empathy to another person, yeah? So we are going to use this special new tool, the GPS of empathy. Thank you, Fabi. Okay. In this journey where we will use the GPS. The GPS will take us to several locations. In each location, we will stop a bit and we will learn from that location. We will learn the things that happened there and we will try to practice it. Okay? So, what happens when we feel or when we show empathy? The first thing that we do when another person comes to us to share something difficult with us, of course, after we listen actively, another concept that's very, very used, we listen to the person. How do we show them that we listen to them? We paraphrase. So we try to reflect back and to summarize the experience of the other person, maybe with different words and in a synthetic way, but we try to show the other person that we have understood what they told us. For example, if someone comes to me, let's say a friend of mine comes to me and tells me, "Oh, Paula, I had an argument with my parents this morning because I wanted to go to a party, but they asked me if I finished learning for my exam and I said no, so they said they don't want me to go to that party, so they will not let me." So then I listen to the other person and I come and I say, "Oh, I see. So you had an argument, you fought with your parents because they want you to study for your exam instead of going to a party. Is that what you're saying, or did I understood correctly?" So a very important step is checking if you've understood after you reflect. Yeah? So you paraphrase, then you ask, "Did I understood correctly? Is that true? Did we understand? Is it clear for everybody?" Okay, because now we are going to practice what happens in this special location, yeah? So, let's try to find a partner. Maybe it can be the person next to you or someone that you feel comfortable with. Find a partner, and what will happen? You will think about an experience that you've had in the past or yesterday, last weekend, that you want to share with your partner. And your partner will have to paraphrase what you said, focusing specifically on what happened. Yeah? We will move forward on our way, and the GPS will take us to the emotional part. Because most of the time when we share, especially a difficult situation, a difficult experience, we also share some emotions, or we definitely feel them, even if we don't share them. So in order for the other person to know that you're listening and that you can feel what they're feeling, or at least understand what they're feeling, we have to mirror the emotion. So this is a type of paraphrasing, but you also include the emotion. For example, if the same friend comes to me and they say, "I really feel angry with my parents. I'm so angry with them. I don't want to talk to them anymore because going to this party was so important to me. All my friends are going, and if I don't go, they will probably not like me." So then I will come again into the scene and I will tell them, "So I see that you feel very angry because your parents probably don't know how important this is for you. So you feel like you think that they are being unfair and they don't understand you." So the second part is a bit of, let's say, intuition about what the other person might be thinking and that is making them feel angry. So you include the emotion, and also you try to check why they feel that emotion. You're probably angry because you think that it's unfair. most of the times, these the things that we need and are not being met, they make us feel in a way. So probably the person is also feeling that something's not quite right there. Yeah? So in this situation with the friend, she or he is angry with their parents because she feels not understood. Is it clear? The important part is to include the emotion. So I can see that you're feeling angry with your parents. Yeah? Okay, let's practice something of this station. Yeah? So we will go again through the same thing. You can go with the same experience. It's probably easier because you can apply different steps to the same experience, and you can practice. You already have practice with this, so it will be easier to continue with this part. Okay? Okay, let's do it. After mirroring the emotion, there is the third station that we can add or cannot add. It depends on us. It's not mandatory, but it's possible. That is sharing from your own experience. And why I say that this is not mandatory is because this one can be very tricky. So when you're sharing from your own experience, the experience needs to be quite similar. Not more difficult or not less difficult, because then it can create awkwardness. So when you're sharing, you're going through all of these and you say, okay, I can understand how you feel angry when your parents don't want to let you go to that party. Because I also had a similar experience when my dad didn't let me go out with my friends because I didn't take out the trash. So I also felt angry with him. So it is a similar experience. It's also an experience in which I felt angry because someone was acting maybe unfair with me, or I thought it was unfair, so I got angry. But it's trickier to say, I can understand your anger when your parents didn't let you go to the party, because I also had an experience when in traffic I was driving and the driver just hit me. Okay, so then the other person might feel a bit awkward. What is the connection here? How can you understand my anger? So this one can be a bit tricky, but if you have experience, similar experience, and it comes to, and you can share it, it can become very valuable. Yeah? So at this station, I will ask you to practice only if you feel that you have a similar experience. You can try to practice even if you're not sure, and you can check with the person, because this is just an exercise, it's a practice, it's an experiment, let's say. And you can check whether your skills of finding similar situations or similar experiences work or not. So this is a safe context. You can experiment, but sometimes in life it can be a bit tricky. So this is to be taken with a pinch of salt. Yeah?